All right, I feel like it needs to be said. So if you don't know, Merab robbed Sean O'Malley, at UFC Noche. Um, O'Malley won round 1, 3, and 5. Clearly, just saying. But you know, let's not dwell on what should have been. Let's just dwell on what is right now, right? So Merab is now the champ. And I've been seeing a lot of glaze. Merab dominated 50 fucking like, get the fuck out of here, you sleep fucking deprived fans. Y'all motherfuckers literally were watching Merab fight just like, oh, he got a takedown? Oh, he won? Yeah, time to go shit on MMA Guru. No, but in serious talk, let's talk about Merab, let's talk about his matchups, and let's talk about why I think he's shit. He sucks. Yeah, he's bad, if you didn't know. So, listen, Merab won, but Merab literally won because he's just stronger, alright? And I don't want to hear this dumb fucking narrative. Oh my god, he's such this elite grappler, and he's such a good striker. No, he's not. He was shooting, as Tim, I think it's Tim Welch, as his coach, as Sean O'Malley coach stated, Merab never shoots double legs, and it caught him off guard when he shot double legs. Okay, congratulations, you can shoot double legs, alright? I'm not saying Merab has no wrestling at all, but what I'm saying is that it's shit, alright? I'm tired of hearing this, like, oh, he's such a good elite grappler, da-da-da, he shot 50 takedowns on Peter Yan. Yeah, hey, moron, if you're shooting 50 takedowns on an opponent in 25 minutes, that means you're not getting the takedowns. And we kind of just saw that with O'Malley. O'Malley stuffed a few takedowns. Yeah, he got taken down from blast double legs. So congratulations, you can take down a taller opponent, which is arguably one of the easy, like, if you're going against a tall opponent, it is one of the easiest things to do to just take them down with a double leg. You know, they're just tall and lengthy and scrawny, and they won't have as much muscle as you because they are taller, and you're a little, manlet midget. Just saying. Merab. But yeah, Merab's grappling isn't that good. Listen, Merab's grappling is probably unranked level UFC. That's what I'm saying. It's his cardio that makes it relentless, not his grappling ability. So if you want to say, well, he can still smother people like Khabib does, right, fellas? You fucking wrestling lovers for whatever reason. I just don't understand it. Truly, I don't understand it. But, even you wrestler lovers have to understand he's all cardio and he has no technique. That is what it is, The same way you look at Dricus du Plessis and you're like, oh my god, his striking looks fucking awful. That's what Merab's wrestling is. It's fucking awful. But it works because he has the cardio to do it and the pace to do it. Why does Dricus du Plessis striking work? Because he has the cardio to do it, kinda, He doesn't look like it. I know he doesn't look like it, but he does. And he's got the pace to do it, Merab's the same way, just in grappling. But, like, it's shit. It's terrible, And obviously the next matchup is going to be Umar Nurmagomedov. I think everyone knows this because it's a Nurmagomedov. I'm not saying it should be, and I actually agree with Merab. Base as fuck Merab saying that Umar Nurmagomedov doesn't deserve it, alright? I'd give Merab props where props are due, when he's not breaking his head on fucking ice, alright? But, man, he's so stupid. But yeah, he's shit, though, By no means is he a good grappler because he took down Sean O'Malley. Let's not forget, okay? When Peter Yan wanted to, he took down Sean O'Malley. Newsflash, Peter Yan isn't a fucking wrestler, alright? And what did Merab do against Peter Yan? Hold him against the fence and attempt 50 takedowns. He's not a good grappler. Like, I think you guys need to understand, you Merab, like, inbred fucking, I don't even know where you're from. I think you think he's Russian, so I think you just agree with him because he's like Khabib. Duh, yeah, like Khabib. He grapples just like Khabib. Duh. Fucking moron. Anyways, you Merab fans sicken me. Oh, you sicken me. I don't understand how you could find it entertaining, but Yeah, his grappling just isn't good. His cardio is what makes it usable because he can just do it over and over and over again. Obviously, because he's on EPO. We all know this. He has the back acne. He's literally accidentally said it before that he's on EPO via an interview. It's a little while back. I couldn't pull it up because I couldn't find the right clip. But yeah, I do remember, him accidentally saying he's on EPO. Just saying. But yeah, and if you think because he's able to take down Sean O'Malley, you're just like that he's just like gonna beat Umar in wrestling. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's just not gonna. Honestly, I would wager Corey Sandhagen. I think Corey Sandhagen could probably outgrapple Merab, and I'm being genuine when I say that. I know Corey Sandhagen recently got fraud checked by Umar. It's just because Corey Sandhagen needs to do more. But I would still wager Corey Sandhagen beats the fuck out of Merab only because he can actually like get wrist control, get the awkward stances out. I'd wager Umar's probably the same strength or around the same strength as Merab here. Umar's probably just on different gear, just saying. But no, real talk though, I do think his grappling is fucking awful. And it's his cardio that makes everything about Merab. I'm telling you right now, the day we see Merab in a fight, and I don't care if it's round 5, round 4, round 3, round fucking 2, or 1, alright? The day you see Merab panting, arms down like he's tired, career is over, alright? He has zero technique with anything he does. And that leads me into my next point. His striking is fucking atrocious. Like, I don't understand anyone who thinks that Merab can strike. He can't strike with anyone. He lost every single striking display against O'Malley. That's a given. And if you want to... Well, he landed more strikes. Alright, bro. Who had a fucking nose that was falling off and a bloody nose in round 1? Who had a nose falling off in round 2? Who had fucking their eyeball basically looking like it was gouged out in round 4? Who had their fucking ribcage shattered in round 5? Because it sure as shit wasn't O'Malley. Just saying. Alright? But yeah, Merab's striking shit. Like, again, it's just cardio, which he's on EPO, so it makes sense. He just has infinite cardio, casually, as Merab does. So yeah. His striking is terrible, and his wrestling is fucking awful. It's barely passable in the unranked. His striking isn't even... His striking is probably... Where would I put his striking? I think his striking is probably... women's flyweight. If that, I think maybe it passes for women's flyweight. I think it's that bad. But again, the only reason why it works is because he can just throw. Also, for whatever reason, judges want to count whenever Merab's sitting 15 feet away from his opponent, and he's just like, oh, ref, you counting it? Ooh, doing that weird fucking shadow boxing, I guess, middle of the octagon. And also, on top of everything just being related to his cardio, let's not forget the fact that he's genuinely, like, stupid. Like, he's actually, like, dumb. Beginning the fight, he decides to argue with Tim Welsh for, like, a minute, causing the fight to momentarily stop, alright? Number 1, that shouldn't be illegal. Number 2, moron, you have one of the most dangerous strikers in the whole fucking division in front of you, alright? And listen, if you want to say, well, he proved he's not the most dangerous now, I don't give a fuck, alright? If you do that same thing to Umar, if Umar's planning on striking with you, buddy, lights out. Lights are going fucking out. Umar hits, alright? Same thing with Corey if he wants to do, like, a spinning wheel kick or some crazy shit like that. Like he did to, was it Marlon Moraes, I think? I know he doesn't do that anymore, but if you do that in a fight and you're looking away, Merab is the type of guy to actually, like, get into the argument. I even called it, in my prediction, just saying. Merab is the type of guy to literally look at the guy's corner, argue with that guy's corner, like Javier saying, oh, he didn't deserve the title shot. Oh, look, brother, I am fighter, you're fighter. Because he wasn't fucking paying attention like a moron, like an inbred fucking moron. That's exactly what Merab is like. So I'm not going to put it past him to actually get slept. His first title defense, how ironic would it be if he just got slept by talking to another guy's corner? Oh my god. Or going in front of Mark Zuckerberg with Henry Cejudo in a fucking choke that's nowhere near in, so you're literally hugging him, you know? And he decided to kiss Sean O'Malley, gets a warning for it, and then just lets go, stands up like the round's over when there's 10 seconds, and then gets confused at why O'Malley's still fighting. Like, are we serious? Like, this guy is literally dumb as fuck. Like, this guy is actually dumber than a bag of rocks. He jumps into literal ice pools, breaking his head. He removes his own stitches from his eye that actually did get opened up in a fight. Like, he is so painfully dumb. He's like, what he... If we're talking IQ, an IQ list or like an IQ champion list, Merab is dead at the bottom, will forever be at the bottom. I don't think we'll ever get a champion as dumb as Merab, ever. You know, and now if you're wondering, do I hate Merab? No, not really. I actually think sometimes he's kind of funny. I do think Sean O'Malley got robbed, personally. I think it, you know, should have went O'Malley's way. I think he won round 1 pretty definitively, especially if you score round 3 towards O'Malley, because I think he did more in round 1 than he did in round 3. I've made a whole video on that. If you want to check it out, feel free to go on my channel, check it out. But yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Merab is still dog shit. Merab is one of the worst champions we've ever had because he's literally just cardio. That's all he is. He's on EPO. Once his EPO stops working, when he's 35, 36, you know, he's just going to get knocked out. He's going to get gassed out and he's going to get knocked out. He's going to have one of the worst spirals, I'm telling you right now. 5, 6, 7 fight losing streak. Tony Ferguson. Oh, brother, but I still train with Aljo. Oh, brother. I still fuck him in the, train with him in the octagon. Oh, brother. No. Merab's just gonna get KO'd, knocked the fuck out. Now, if you want to ask me, well, that obviously means you're picking everyone to beat Merab. This is gonna serve you right when you make your predictions. I don't mean that, alright? I think Corey Sandhagen is a good matchup for Merab because he has that anti-striking, and Corey Sandhagen's pretty good at the distance. I know he did just get exposed for being a little weak boy who doesn't know how scoring works, but I do think Corey Sandhagen's style of staying on the outside, trying to land a damaging shot, and then kind of pitter-pattering away, you know, even trading blow for blow, I think Corey Sandhagen's going to win that every time. And I think he's smart enough to get the anti-grappling going, and then it's just left with Merab's infinite striking. But I don't think Corey Sandhagen's going to get knocked out by a Merab infinite strike combo. But, now, a matchup like Umar, I have to think a bit more about it, I'll be honest. I might pick Merab in that matchup just because he is on EPO 100%. So, you know, you got to account for that when you think of fighters fighting. But I do think of Corey Sandhagen. I do think a rematch with O'Malley. I do think... could be Peter Yan. The thing with Peter Yan... Here's the big problem with Peter Yan. When he fought Merab, I have nothing against Peter Yan, but he said that he had some weird thing going on where his whole body was in pain, so he took the fight for a paycheck or something, and he lost. Not on purpose or whatever, but like his whole body was in pain. He's making that as an excuse, and he made that whole thing on Twitter when Merab won, and he was like, oh yes, you know, I hope we can see each other again when we're both at 100% health. I'm sorry, Peter Yan, I'm just not going to believe that, and I think you just shit in the bed, to be honest with you. I think you just had a bad night at the office, and I think Merab schools you because Merab likes making fights boring. So when it comes to, like, matchups, I do think something like a Umar could win, but I have to do more research, to be honest with you. But I do think Corey Sandhagen's a good matchup. Look forward to seeing that eventually. And a Sean O'Malley rematch, like I mentioned. The only other ones I think that would give him problem currently in the 135, because he wants to be boring and stay in his division for the next fucking year, and before his EPO runs out, just saying. No, but seriously, I do think I think Figueiredo could win, because Figueiredo would probably initiate grappling, and that's where I think Merab might get exposed, where he has no technique with grappling. And I think Figueiredo might shoot some takedowns and get some positions of his own, you know. That's kind of where I lean towards. But if we're talking about like a featherweight matchup, I don't see it as being realistic at all. But like obviously, I think Ilya pieces him up. I think Volkanovski does really well. Featherweight's just a different breed. 135, bantamweight. Merab's not ready for that shit. He's just dumber than a bag of rocks, unfortunately. But yeah. Overall, Merab is boring. Outside of him being boring, his technique is shit. He is quite literally the wrestling version of Dricus du Plessis. And if you want to say, well, Dricus du Plessis is champion, yes, but eventually, when you blitz in, like a Robert Whittaker style, like a Dricus du Plessis style, you're going to get chinned, So, Dricus du Plessis, I think, will eventually be chinned. He's been chinned before. A lot of people might have forgot when he came up on the regional scene. He did get knocked out, actually, and he's also been submitted, I believe. I might be remembering that wrong, but I'm pretty sure he actually has been knocked out. I'm pretty sure I remember his corpse being dropped, but yeah, maybe that's just me. However, I will say, congratulations to Merab, obviously, for becoming champion through a robbery, but you're champion nonetheless, and you will go down as history as one of the lowest IQ fighters in the entire sport. But yeah, with all that being said, I want to thank you for watching, making it to the end of the video, and as always, I hope you have a good day.